The areas of research I have done for our topic include the intended effects and research of pesticides. You may be asking yourself, what exactly are pesticides? Well, they are a mixture of different substances, mainly used in gardening and agriculture, in order to protect and preserve the health of crops. There are a few intended effects of pesticides, such as protect crops, prevent diseases, and control weeds in the desired area. You may find yourself asking, what research has been done on the effects of pesticides? Well, in more recent years, research has been primarily focused on organophosphates, pyrethroids, and neonicotinoids. Research has shifted from incidence to effect studies in order to compare laboratory, mesocosm, and field experiments. Effect-related research has also shown a bias toward domestic and lab model species.
Pesticides have positive uses that benefit a great deal of people. However, pesticides are more harmful to the fauna that inhabit our Earth than you may realize. Some of these include an interruption of the vital systems of these organisms. Pesticides have been known to affect reproductive systems. This can lead to reproductive failure in many ways. Pesticides also affect the endocrine system of these animals. The endocrine system is an inner network that controls body functions and hormone distribution. This affects the pancreas, which in turn disrupts digestion. Also, this can lead to bone decay because the body is not sending nutrients where they need to go. Pesticides also leak into local waterways, which affect fish and other aquatic species. They can contract neurotoxicity, which can be traced back to pesticide infections. This affects their motor ability and other bodily functions. Birds who are around pesticides have been affected by an inhibition to their eggshell thickness. This, in turn, can lead to population decline in many species.
Pesticides have profound effects on population levels of various species, including mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, insects and other invertebrates, plants, and fungi. In the chart on the right shows the numerous species in which pesticides have taken a negative effect upon. The use of pesticides has led to significant negative impacts on the population levels of numerous species, contributing to broader ecological consequences. The various documented effects of pesticides on species can also be observed on the figure displayed on the right. In all, the negative effects of pesticides on species almost always include species population decline.
Community and ecosystem level effects on pesticides. What is a community? A community is a collection of coexisting, interacting species. This includes plants, animals, bacteria, and fungi. There are different dynamic relationships, and communities are influenced by biodiversity. What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is a community of living organisms engaging with their surroundings. There are abiotic and biotic factors in ecosystems, and the stability and balance are essential for preserving the health of ecosystems. Pesticides have a great impact on communities and ecosystems. On communities, reduction in species diversity is prevalent, and pesticides have the potential to kill non-target species. It also contributes to food chain disruption. When important species are eliminated, the entire food web is impacted. On ecosystems, there's soil degradation, and pesticides can kill beneficial soil organisms, limiting nutrient cycles. There's also contamination of water, which runoff causes killing fish and aquatic ecosystems, and bioaccumulation, which is the process when pesticides accumulate in organisms over time, increasing their toxicity at higher trophic levels. Pesticide.
In Figure 3, we can see climate change and pesticide effects on wildlife. Yellow shows the impact of pesticides, green shows the impact of global change, and those with yellow and green show the impact of both global change and pesticides. You can see that for sex determination and reproduction, it is caused by both global change and pesticides. We know that climate change causes there to be an increase in our temperature, and pests are known to thrive in higher temperatures. High temperatures will cause the pests to reproduce more, and their numbers will increase. The more pests there are, the more greenhouse gases will be produced, which will ruin our agriculture, and the cycle will start over again.
Solutions. Organic pesticide usage. This environmental friendly alternative is less harmful to wildlife because of the reduction of toxic chemicals. Next, policy implementation. Government can establish pesticide-free zones near wildlife to minimize exposure, known as buffer zones. Biodiversity. Implement multicultural systems, reducing the need for chemical pesticide on wildlife. And lastly, pesticide impact studies. Scientists can conduct studies to determine the impact of pesticide, enable proactive studies that leads to the predictions of environmental fate.